everybody, and how are you? I hope you had a relaxing evening in the sun last night. I sure did. After my tea, me and my husband sat on the garden listening to the pond trickling down, and it was lovely with a nice. I don't drink alcohol, so I ended up with a cup of coffee, and yeah, it was lovely. And I don't think we went in the house till later on, so. I hope you had a lovely evening. Anyway, my name's Airey Smith, and I'm the owner of a small business in Mansfield called The Flower Patch. Right, today, this is my tub. I've had this years and years. It is a triangular shape. That's how it looks. It's got its little 3 legs on it in a triangular shape as well. I have put many things in this, even if not flowers. It's had my lipsticks, my makeup. Not that I wear it very often because I don't really go out anywhere because I'm too busy. But it's had hairbrushes in it. It's like I say, and even a little flower arrangements. But it's been stood empty in the house. And I noticed it as I was coming downstairs. And again, like I said yesterday, some things I got an idea, which I had an idea last night what I was doing. I walked downstairs, saw this morning, changed my mind. Can't help it. And I thought, yes, let's use an odd shaped vase to do a flower arrangement. I've put a bit of moss, I've glued the moss down, the oasis, and I've put some moss on and put that down with moss pins. I've only done it in 2 corners. I didn't want it, in 3 because I just wanted a larger piece there. I did have a little piece that I cut off here. I tried to sit it there and I thought it was a bit too close. And I didn't want it there either because I didn't want it like that. I work in 3s, as you know, but on this occasion, I just wanted 2 pieces of small oasis. Like I say, I could have gone all the way across, but I didn't want to. I wanted to have space between everything. So, I've got an idea of what design I'm doing. As I said, changed my mind at the last minute. So I've just got some colours out, and a lady has given me the inspiration again. Dear Sandra Rose from Somerset. And she sent me a picture this morning of all her autumn colours she's arranged in a vase, and that vase she had. Sandra, if you don't want it, my darling, send it me, because I fell in love with it immediately. It is stunning, and the arrangements that you've done in autumnal colours are fabulous. I loved it. So you gave me the inspiration again to do autumnal colours. I'm not having no greenery, so there's no green in it, well, apart from one. So I'll show you what I've got. I've got these, I've got plenty more of these, and the big anthurium leaf, and I thought we'll have that in it. So they're green, they're very glossy, but I don't mind that at all. I may not use all 3. I may cut one down, have one slightly, if I bring this closer, one slightly leaning out like that, and 2 different heights at the back. So that's another thing that I was considering. That's the only green, apart from, here we go, on here, which I may not even use on my little wildflowers, which are like a mustardy yellow colour. Other than that, there isn't any greenery. Now, that's not like me. Well, I say greenery, but green in colour. But I thought, because I've got green on those, I've got to have something with green. But because they're, like I say, mustard colour, they've got green on, at least I've got just 2 bits of green, so the anthuriums aren't left by themselves. But I have gotten out and it's not the one from the company leaf. I've had this in my autumnal colours. Well, I'll say I have this one. I have got lots of oranges in autumnals. So I've got this fern. That is classed as greenery, but what I meant is the colour green. But that I've got in orange with a deep red at the bottom, and I thought they may look beautiful. So they're another thing. I've also got some Murano sticks. They're in a mustard colour in yellow. Now the brilliant thing with these, I'm not going to wet them, but if you wet them, they will bend without snapping in any position you like. I'm considering putting it like that and then just joining it down, probably 3 loops onto the arrangement. So like I say, grab these. These are fabulous for a different texture and movement, and you can buy them in packs of all different colours. In fact, let me show you. I mean, I've used a lot of them. These are what I've got left. I may end up buying some more, but people don't tend to want, have these in their arrangements. But I bought these as a big bag of mixed colours. So you get any colour that you like, blacks, whites, greens, pinks, reds, purples, yellows, blues, you name it. And again, put them in a bowl, let them soak, and then you can manipulate them in any shape that you'd like. So they are great, especially for modern designs. And I've also got some brown coloured berries that I purchased off of Emily, and these, like the purple ones I purchased off her, oh, they look beautiful. The tint on those are lovely. And I thought, what a nice thing to have in an autumnal arrangement. So we're going to put a few of those in. Now this is my big bunch of mixed, the stems, the big stems, and they've got lots of different things on. Brown leaves, anthuriums, berries, smaller berries, orange eucalyptus, and even a bit of golden wildflower. So I thought we may pick off bits of them out of this bunch to also add in our display. I've got these. This is a bunch that I've cut down off of the main stem, and I've already put tape on some of them that I thought needed them, because there was on paperback, and these bend right to the tip, and these are very airy, and they would look lovely in any sort of movement that you wish to put them, and colour as well, with them having a tint of yellow with the orange. So I may add some of those. I've also got my lovely, what I've shown you a few weeks back, these rubbery things where they're springy. I thought I may add the odd one of that also in for the movement. And look at those, they have the little berries on as well to go with the springy rubbery swirls. I love this. And then I thought, well, I've got some mustard and orange wild poppy that I may add the odd one of those in as well. I did pick out 3, I cut one off because I thought I might just use 2 pieces or 3 pieces. So I cut 3 pieces off the, like a terracotta colour, I'm not sure, browny orange gypsophilia. And then I thought, well, I'll get the some orange gypsophilia out as well as the brown gypsophilia. So I may make a combination, because putting those together, they look fabulous. So I thought I may incorporate bits of each of the gypsophilia as well. And I've also got my mini hydrangeas in the autumnal colour, and I thought they would also look nice with a different shaped leaf against it, because this is just basically going to be one colour. So, and then what we used yesterday on the reef, that somebody's rang me and also asked if it's for sale. I've told them yes, and they want it. They absolutely loved it. So that one's sold. So I've decided to get some more of these wispy bits out, maybe to sit tall and act like in a natural movement. I may put the whole bunch in, or I may just take bits off of it. So that is what we are using today, guys. I am looking forward to this. Thank you, Sandra. You are a star. So we are going to do this today, and hopefully, because I've not, excuse me, come up with a design, so I'm just going to play it by ear today. Which I do things like that where I've not got a particular design or planned it out, and I go with the flow. And usually, like I've said many times, my tutor when I was at university always said, usually the ones that aren't planned turn out the better ones. Maybe true, but we'll see. So this is what we're going to play with today. Let's put moss on my table. I tried to clear the table up before I started. So what I want to do, put these in first. With them being big, the anthurium leaves, I wanted to get those in. So I've got everything out apart from my cutters. So here we go. So because this one's a smaller one, I must have cut it off the stem what I had, because it did come on a stem with 5 on. So I must have cut it at some point off and used some of the others. But what I'm going to do, because they do bend, these are wired, I'm going to put one on the corner. So let me get my turntable out so I can maneuver around to see how everything is placed. Sorry I've not zoomed in again. It's just that I want you to see the whole of my bench and what I've got. I know some people aren't really fussed about that, but it's just what I like to do. So I'm going to cut this one off and dip it in my glue. I will bend it once it's in, and then just bend the stem and have it leaning over on the edge. Now with me having 2 others, they're both the same size, I'm going to cut one down, have it, you know, one size here and then maybe one here, sticking out towards me. So we're going to do that one as well. I'm going to not have them as long because these are very heavy, very top heavy. And because I've only got about 1 inch to 2 inch depth, I don't really want it like breaking through the oasis because of the weight and leaning. So I'm not going to have them really tall. So I'm going to put this one here and just stand it upright. And then I'm going to cut this one slightly shorter. Oh, they are tough, these. You can get these in white, red. If you haven't got a colour and you've only got whites and you want green, and if you have spray paint, spray them. They will work wonderfully. So that is how I've placed those in my triangular tub, and I thought this was a good idea, because when I say when I'm really work in a triangle position, well, my vase is already in a triangular position, and now I'm placing these anthuriums in my triangular position. So we'll put it like that at the moment. Gosh, I've got that much here, I don't know which one to choose first. Let's get our fern in. And that really is the only green apart from the moss and what's on the stem that we've got. 3 pieces of green. And you can manipulate these into any position, and I'm going to help this underneath have a little bit of movement. I don't just want the anthurium to stick out by itself, do it, you know, looking slightly lost. So I'll give it a bit of colour for the green to bounce off underneath. If you can hear my neighbour's dog Maisie, you know, anything with wheels, vans, even vans, trucks or anything that are big, or motorbikes, mopeds, bicycles that go past, she barks. I don't think she likes them, but it doesn't matter. At least I know she's there and I know my neighbour's in. That's a good warning. So I'm not going to overload with these because I've got some other lovely leaves that I'd like to put in. Let's see, we'll put one here up against the back. And we'll do one here as well for this one. I love these. I love the colour where they go deep at the bottom. Mind you, what is it I don't like? I like it all. And I'm going to place that in the same movement as what this anthurium is going in. So let's have a look. Yeah. So before I decide to put any more in, I will keep those out. I don't want to go too far. I always tend to probably pop them in nearer to the end if I think they need it. So let's get one of these, pull it out. How many do you get? These are on paperback and these are beautiful. I could put that there in the centre and work away from the centre. But me being me, I want to get the most out of everything I have. Oh, my brown tape, because it's paperback again. And I don't like to spoil it while keeping the paper all falling off for the customer. It's another very hot day. Oh, and I had an email off of a lady in Texas, in America. Oh my goodness, they have got it at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, I couldn't. I don't know how you cope, Irma. I was moaning yesterday. The other week I was moaning we didn't get sun. Now we've got a heat wave. I'm moaning because we've got a heat wave. I can't win. I really can't. But apparently we've only got it for a week. So, who cares? At least, you know, I've said today at some point, after I've caught up with some orders, I'm going on the garden and doing a bit of gardening. And I can't wait for that. So I like, as we say, pottering around in the garden. So we're going to wrap round this one as well. And again, I haven't planned this. I'm just going with the flow. And then here, believe it or not, even though that's flat, I'm not bringing everything flat. I'm going to have a bit of height in this as well. Oops, I was nearly going to get another stem off then. Oh, here's one by itself. Let's just put some more tape around this. See you later. Enjoy your day at work. That's my youngest son going off to work till 12 o'clock. What time are we on? Yeah, it starts at 12 o'clock and he's finishing 8:15 tonight. And on this little bit, when it's on its own, I'm going to let that just hang freely over the side. So I'm going to take these off as well. Let me cut that one there. And that one. So we don't need this papery stem. Tape. So I'm scattering a few of these around, and it's basically for the movement. And this may end up being quite a bigger arrangement, but I don't mind. I'm all for nice, big and bold, or big and wispy. And we're going to, that's just my style. Again, as I've said, if people want more minimalistic one, I do all that. I'm going to have to get an Ikebana one set up and show you how quick and easy. You could start an Ikebana and finish it in 5 minutes. They're so quick. And I was just like contemplating, I said to my husband, I don't just want to do a 5-minute video. So I think that's the reason why I have been holding back, because they're very quick. And if I just did an Ikebana, I think I'd want to do a few more videos to make up more time. Right, let's get this one coming out here from this corner and let it just hang over here. Now, because I've got this one, I'm going to let it go with the anthurium, or either sit it actually just above, hanging over. There's different anthuriums. I mean, the anthurium as well, I have, oh gosh, it's all in the bundle. Let me just show you in a minute. Other anthuriums, but these anthuriums are without their leaves. As you can see, that's an anthurium, and that is the centre of that without the leaf. So when I say I've got an anthurium leaf, it means these. I've just dropped something on the floor. Oh, they're my sticks. Right, in fact, let's see if we can get these in a nice shape. They may not go how I'd like. I just want to see. As though it's joining up. That's what I'm aiming for, to make it look like they're both joined together and it's as one. So let's put one in. Just at the side here. And then I'm going to reach it over. You can go as low as you like or as high. I'm perhaps going to go around. I'm going to probably put 3 in, start tall or small and bring it up. So I'm going to just cut the ends off. And because I need to glue it, I'll just wipe a bit of glue around the end of it. And then I'm going to bring that one. Let's get it in. Just there. So from the side, it looks like it is now joined together. So the other one, let me see how long I'd like this. I'm going to move it in the same position, but slightly higher. So I'd like that cut around here. I can remember a young gentleman, bless him. He was 16, he'd just finished school, and he spotted my business, came up to me and asked for some ideas and how to go about things. And that was beginning of this year, last year. Not the beginning of last year, near the end. And he spotted these and asked me if he could have some green ones. I let him have them. I didn't charge him. I was being too kind. I wanted to, wanted him to give it a go and see how he copes. So, bless him. And it's not very often, especially here, that you see florists who are gentlemen. But trust me, gentlemen are just as good as what women are. They have got a different outlook on things, and they can come up with some fabulous work. I've experienced working with a gentleman, and his ideas were super. So that from the side is like that. So it now looks like these flowers have joined over to this side. And again, like I say, you can wet these. If you want to shape them into a certain shape, you can. But because I'm only doing the loop, I'm not wetting them. They will just bend over. But don't try and make a shape when they're dry, perhaps like a love art, because they will snap. So that's hence the reason you have to wet them if you want to shape them. So I don't need these anymore. So let me just pop these back. And put them there. I keep thinking I'm dropping things. Right, because I've got the gypsophilia, I want to just put these glue string, guys. Just an odd one. I'm not sure whether I want those all in, because I've got that many. I may have one of each actually. Let me hold on to it. Right. We need those other tall material. See, you may think because it's got quite a lot of tall in it that it may start looking a bit too much. But it honestly, everybody, it won't. you're going with a design that you want to do, whether it's all tall or short, it doesn't matter. I want to try and bring these, so that's it. So they're placed and they've got their own space. I don't want them right up together. So I think I'm going to put those there. Got to tape these as well because these are also on paperback. I can't remember where I got these from. I've had them quite that long. I may hunt around and try and get some more because I do like them. I like the movement. Let's make sure. And I'm going to lean that coming slightly out from the side as well. And as I say, this is going to be quite, you know, a big look, especially with the height of what I've put in. I love anything different, me. And because I put that one on that side, this one will now sit on this side. And that's the look we have from there, and that's the look that you have from the front. I do have the little wispy bits that come with them. I'm keeping them attached because I've got some from yesterday. If I feel I want to add little bits, which I think I will with this, I'm not going to put any more of those in. Mind you, I need 3. Sorry, I will, because I'm very particular. I'm going to only put 1, and that's going to sit here as well. So I want to try and keep in with a triangular movement. These are wonderful. If I can find where I get them from, I am going to think I might order quite a few bunches of them. I'm going to lean this out the side instead. Just slightly manipulate it inwards if it will go. These wires in here are very fine. And put it just hanging at the side of the anthurium. So let me put these back because I did get a big bunch out. And we'll put those. I can't remember where I got them. I've changed again. There we go. Right, before I put any floral in, I want to take bits off, bits of leaf from here. Let's see, I may have to undo it, guys, because these are also on paperback. Gosh, I do tie things up quite well. There we go. And again, these have berries in. Oh, here's a spare one on its own. I want to add in those. It looks like I've already tried to use that and probably put it back. I hope I can find a few more of these single ones. But again, I want to put this just leaning to the side, not right to the back because you won't really see it. So I just want it leaning to one side. Just so it's at the side of the anthurium. And you'll be able to see it. I'm going to just slightly bend the stem. Yeah. Oh, let's see if I found any more of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I say. 3. This one seems to have a bit of eucalyptus on with it. I don't mind that. That looks wonderful. So there's a little 2 prongs, or 3 actually, sticking there. That's for the movement. If you want to move some of your leaves in a different place. So I'm going to move that like that. And again, on this one, I'm coming out at the bottom. So I will cut that one down. give it that. Just there, sticking through. Let's have a look. Yes, lovely. So now I want one on this side, because I've got one here, here, and I don't want one following from this side down, because it's not going to make the front balanced. So to make it balanced, I put it on the opposite side. Right, this is paperback. Let's get some tape on this one as well. Just arrange it so it's sticking how I like it. Some of the leaves are creased, so again, because there's no wire in them, it doesn't always work on everything. But if not, and you've got a little steamer, just steam it and the crease will come out. Oh, that's the best it's going. So now to place this, and I'm going to go here, but push it slightly a bit more in to sit at the side of the anthurium. So I don't want any more of those. I do have the berries, so I'm going to keep that out. Have I got any more loose berries? Oh, there's one. I've got one more. Oh no, I haven't got another one. So I'm going to have to break one off of this stem. There we go. Because I've got these berries, I don't want the orange berries on here. Oh, I've got an anthurium. How many is on there? 4. So I'll probably couple 2 up, and so we're going to use that one as well. So then I'll put these back, these big bunches. Oh, that's very pretty. Now I'm going to stick to what I'm going to be, I've decided. I'll keep them here though, because you never know. I change my mind like the sunshine, like I said, like the weather. Put it that way. I change my mind like the weather. So because we've got these, this is going to have a pick on it, because it's not got a pick on it. So I've just torn it off. So I'll attach a pick. Just remove the glue at what's seeping out from where you've attached the pick. These have got a couple of prongs as well. I'm going to remove, because I don't want to move, reposition my leaves. So again, let's just have a quick look, guys. No, that don't look right there. It's too much. Yes. So I'm going to place that along the side of here. And the reason I put moss on it is because I may not make it really full, because I don't want to like these I do behind, where they're all compact. I want to have it an airy design. That's what I've just thought, a few minutes ago. It's going to be an airy design, and it's not going to be compact. So that's got, let's take that off. So that's one on its own. Let's take the other prongs off of this one. Right, 3's there, so I'm going to need just one on this side. Let's have a look. Just coming from there, or I may actually. No, it's got to be on this side. And then the other one, I don't want to have that coming out as well, just like that one. But I'm going to make this a shorter one. I don't want it sticking out as much. So I'm going to cut that relatively short. I just turn it around because I do want on some things to act as depth, like that. So then on this one, I may actually have this one slightly sticking up. Yes, I will. So I'm going to place that here and just slightly lean across. I mean, it looks lovely from here, how it bounces off the green. Just have it sticking over. As you can see, like that from the side and then like that from the front. Now, oh, there's anthurium buds, I'll call them, the bud in the centre. So I'm going to have, let's see, one like that, cut that there and take one off and then put a new pick in that one. Oh, I've got one here, look. I took my son this morning to pick up his car. Yippee! He said to me last night, "Oh, Mum, I'm frightened about my car." And I said, "Frightened? Frightened if I can't remember how to drive it?" That's silly. I said, "Of course you'll remember." He says, "Yeah, but I've driven yours for the last 6 weeks. I'm used to driving yours." And I said, "Yeah, well, you can forget about driving mine anymore, sunshine. You can start learning back to drive your own and get the feel of it again." I says, "I hope you're not hinting that you want to swap cars." I says, "Because the answer's no." So I took him to fetch it, and then when we came back, well, he followed about 10 minutes behind me because obviously he had to pay and all this. I just said, "I'll see you at home." And he came back and I says, "How was it?" He went, "Awful, just awful. It's not like your car." And I says, "Well, is it smoother, you know, now you've had it sorted?" "I can't tell because I'm not used to yours." So I just thought, "Oh, never mind." Says, "Oh, you'll get used to it." He's not having mine. And then with this one, I'm going to place also, just take that bit off where I've cut it. There's a couple here as well, little prongs. So that one's there. And I'm going to have this at a shorter height, just hanging at the back. It doesn't mean to say that because I've got tall height here, I can't put something shorter here. It's just adding a different texture, well, movement. And that's just sticking out at the back like that. Because this isn't going up against a wall. This design is for a centre table or anything like that. Oh, loving this. Right, so now we've got these wiry. Oh, I love these. They'll just go anywhere you like. So I'm going to dot the odd one coming through here. We've still got all this room for our floral. And if I don't think it's, you know, it's still not looking how I wish, I will put more in. So I'm going to put that there. And with a couple, what I'm going to do, because these are very light, here we go. Let's see. Or do I use a taller stem? And then bend it so it looks like it's leaning. Yes, so it's like it's leaning onto the Murano stick. I don't want it to be leaning all the way over. I just want it Put it there. And then sit it on the top. I might do, oh my goodness, I've got slippery hands today. I might do the same with that one and do another one for the little one and do it in threes. And again, I'm not bending the main stem. I'm just trying to manipulate the top of here to go along and lean and sit lovely on the top of the Murano stick, so you don't just see the stick by itself. I want to sing. Do I take, yeah, I'm going to take this one off because that one's a nice shape. And I'm going to place another one going down onto that one. So let me just turn it this side. I'm going to do the same again. Just have it sitting comfortably on the top there. So that's the effect that you have with those. So I'm not going to put any more in. There's my 3. And thank you everybody for your wonderful comments about the wreath that we did yesterday. Oh, it's so sweet of you all. You're so very kind. You really are. I love you all to bits. You're wonderful. You don't even have to send any comments. Like a lady, she just sent big love heart. That meant just as much to me. So yeah, you're all very, very kind. Who would have known when I started just over 2 months ago that I'd, from how I were very nervous, the very first video, trying to talk in a professional manner, and then in the end I said to my husband, oh, I'm just going to be myself. And my husband said, just be yourself. You know, people aren't wanting you to be anything different. And it's not that I was being different, it was just the nerves, I think, that took over me. But from then to now, oh my goodness, I'm as chatty can get. It's probably why my husband sits in the other room, so he can get a bit of peace and quiet from me. So I'm just placing these berries to sit there at the front. And I'm not going to be placing tall berries sitting up here. I want these at the bottoms, or even here. I might sit one up just under there to hide the stick slightly, just to give it a different, you know, colour as well as texture. Oh my goodness, got to be careful. And these are again are also on paperback, but they are stunning. They're like a pearlescent colour with tint of brown in. Wonderful. And these are all wired up to this bit here, so you can move these anywhere you want, up or down, to your own desire. I think they're lovely. So get ready, Emily, because I'll be ordering lots more. So on this one, I'm going to sit it just like that. Then one more, and I may just have to put a stem on that just to get it there, because I want these to come out here. So let me remove some of the paper that's peeling off and get a stem. And I always start above the wire, even though I'm holding it. There's the pick. I always start going around on the actual stem of these, or any flowers. Once I've started going around, then I join the wire pick into it and then bring it down. And I go below this stem, because if I left that hanging, then the paper would be peeling, and that's not a very professional job. So I go slightly below, so it's all the same. And I'm going to just sit that there. I'm going to bend it slightly, then I'm going to manoeuvre just the berries to sit. Hanging over like that. Yeah. So I don't need that, so I'm just popping this back. I've got a bucket full of all different types of berries. Right, I want some more movement, even though I have got quite a lot, but we want to add in some floral before I decide of the gypsophilia or if I'm going to place anything else. Let's have a look. No, I don't want that hidden. Let me just manoeuvre these so that they're tilting over. Like that. And again, these are just going to droop over to give that effect again. The centrepiece has just popped out, but they do click back on, so I no need to glue. And I'm going to put one here on that side. This one's slightly standing upright. I'm just going to slightly lean it forward. Then I'm going to get one more. And again, you can push these up. You can either have them like that, or you can push them, I can get tight, right to the top and have them like a group together. Oh, there's a flower that's come off of there. Right, let's pinch one off of that one. I'm going to put a bit of glue on with this because it's very tiny. I don't want to dip it in because it will catch the leaves, or the petals should I say. Keep calling them leaves. Just wipe any excess glue off. There we go. Right, let me just see from here. Yeah, I'm going to put one there. Let me just cut that bit of plastic off at the bottom. I usually peel it off. I don't know why I don't realise that, you know, just think cut it. And then that one, like that. So I'm going to move this around so you can have a closer look on how things are situated. So that's how we're going, and I'm going to do it slowly. I won't rush. I've done it before where I've gone a bit too quick. And then just as it comes around the back, that's how things are at the back. We will put other things at the back. We're going to put shorter things as well as on here for the depth with the floral. This is just going to be like a woody feeling. I think that's best how to describe it, a woody feeling, you know, because there's not many florals going to be put in. So 1, 2, 3, yes, so that's 3. And I'm still trying to keep within the 3 elements of each flower or stem. Right, what colour we've got here? So, or do I use those? Yes, I'm going to use the mustard coloured ones. I've got a little, oh, because I know some of these are my oddments. Let's take this one. So 3 little oddments. And these, like I say, will act as our depth at the bottom. So I'll just cut it at an angle. And I'm going to place that slightly shorter down. And I'm going to do the same here at the back. So we've got a bit of floral at the back, but that one's just going to stick up. And on this side, I may put actually one down here. Yes, we will. So cut it shorter. I'm going to place that just there. So I'm going to lift it up so you can have a better look. It's very woody and very airy, and also, you know, very spacious and gappy. But like I say, a little wooden effect instead of being all, you know, compact. You'll be able to hopefully see through it and see it at different angles. And that's how it looks from that side. I hope you can see. I'll move it up and down so you can get a better look in the camera. And I hope that you've got that. So that's those. Now I do have my miniature hydrangeas, which these are beautiful. I've loved these from the day I got these. It's just the colour. The colour is outstanding. Right, let's see. In fact, I'm going to mix that with the mustard poppy. Let's cut it at an angle. And I'm going to just put it slightly higher and do that. So that I've got that on one side. Keep catching my tape on myself. And again, on this side, I'm going to come out, or should I say just stick it up slightly on that side as well. And then we'll get a taller one. Fluff it up if you wish, or just reposition some of the petals. Because we've got those two there on that front. And now I think actually I'm going to pop it in through here. So you've got a bit of more of a full one there. Just, you know, started to hide, you know, bits. So we're done with those. So let's get our gypsophilia. Now these are wonderful. Wonderful colour. A bit of brown would look nice. I want 3 little offcuts. I don't want more than those. Sometimes with the offcuts, I just attach them to the full stem. Instead of me getting some more brand new stems out, I attach them. Instead of putting every offcut in a tub, I will attach some of them to the stems. And then we've got 3 of those. Now this is quite floppy, but it's got, oh, so I may add, because we've got a lot of orange. No, I'm not going to add these. We have got a lot of orange. I know we're doing an autumnal colour theme, but I don't want too many of one, you know. Oh, saying that sounds daft, don't it? Because I have given it too many of one colour. But I think I might, I don't know whether to add. Oh, here we go again, guys. Oh, and I've got, oh, stop looking, Iris, stop looking. Use what's on those there and keep to my theme that I've decided. So on here, I'm going to place this one. Just slightly bend that, give it a bit more of a different texture at the front. And on that one, I'm going to place that at the bottom for us depth. So I'm going to cut that even shorter. And Oh, only 1 inch. I had to have a look then because I would test myself, because usually I tend to cut things at 2 inches. I forgot which way I said now. Here, that's right. And I'm just going to fluff that up, just slightly bend it over so it's hanging at that side. And the other one, let's have a look. I'm going to place this one actually. Oh, let's see. No, that's too much there. So I'm going to place this one at the back. Do I want to elongate it? Let's see. Yeah, why not? Right. Brown again. And start at the top. Oh, well, all the children have gone back to school after their summer break here. 5th of September, they started back. Oh, it's so quiet. Imagine we haven't really got many children on the street, but it's really quiet. I'll manipulate those once they're in. I'm going to place that one just here. And I can manipulate the stem even there. Just bring those like that. So again, that's filling in another gap. So now, because I want some brown, this is beautiful brown. I'm going to add one here, coming out here. And because I've got 3, again, I may place actually one coming up here, through there. Yeah, let's put that one in there. Have something slightly sticking up, right. Just spread it around. Oh yes. Right, so I've got, let me see. I have to stand back and have a look sometimes. I think we need something. I can't make my mind up. Brown here. No, you won't see that. Got one there. I wonder if I mix 2 together. Yeah, I'm going to mix these 2 together. In fact, have I got a smaller son? I'm going to mix the orange, the mustardy colour or terracotta orangey colour with the dark brown. So then I've got 2 here at the front again. But that one is like that at the front. And then, so that's 2. So 1 more. Where can we put this? Do I put it? Something's making me keep wanting to put it here. I just need to see. No, I can see a gap at the back. So I'm going to place it there. Just round here, I think it were. On the bottom. Yeah, and it's going to go on the bottom. I'm going to put it in at an angle. And place it so it's actually sitting on the top of that vase or container. Let me just, in fact I might just slightly lean that one up to fill that gap. Yes. Right, I don't want any more of those. I don't need any more of also those. I don't need those. Oh my goodness, I nearly dropped those in. Do I really want some more? I'm going to keep that out. but I don't want those. Or, in fact, instead of using those ones, let me grab one stem that I've been picking on with my other fern from Leaf to give it a different texture, rubbery effect. Also got red in it. I might use the different ones, so I'm going to do that. Let me just have a pop. Oh, goodness gracious me. Sorry, I'm starting to break out in song again. Or do I? Gosh, when you have this much stuff, oh, you just don't know which to pick for it, because things I've got I could use for it, for any arrangement. Now then, I keep looking at the colour. Oh my goodness, why didn't I think of this? Oh, why didn't I think of this? This is just, as I've looked above, I've spotted all these. The autumnal flowers where they've got peonies, mini hydrangeas and chrysanthemums. Why didn't I see that before when I was hunting to see what I could get out? Oh my goodness, yeah, right. Before I decide, sorry guys, but before I decide I'm doing anything else, I'm going to place all these back because I'll start looking at those again and perhaps wanting to use those. So I'm going to place all these back out as they say, out of sight, out of mind. So they can go in. Oh, why didn't I think of those? Oh my goodness. So then I may not need this now then. Let's just take one look though, just to be just to be safe than sorry. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And what have I just spotted there? Oh no, I've seen something else. I'm not going to use them. I'm going to stop this off. So let's just get rid of all this rubbish around me. So 3 I want. I'm going to take them off of here. 2. I'll take the top one off. Put those back. And I'm going to put picks of their own on them. So they're standing just as a single leaf by themselves. Or I could even group the whole 3 together and have them standing tall at the back. Oh, I nearly put that in without gluing it. Gosh, aren't I daft today? I think it's because everybody's gone to work, all of them, and I'm by myself, so I'm enjoying it. I haven't got nothing, nothing to disturb it. Well, apart from the cat, but I think he's outside because it's so nice. He'll be hiding under a shrub we've got in the shade. But don't speak too soon because he will come back. Right, let me just group these together, cross them over like I'm making a bouquet. So there's the centre one. The one on your right goes behind and the one on your left comes in front. So let's see. No. It was an idea, guys, but no. Perhaps one by itself. Yeah, or could have one sitting just shy there actually. Yeah, we will. We will. Again, I've not planned this, so it's trial and error, this design. Concerning placement. But I'm just using my professional eye and how to place things and my experience. That's better. So, because that one's there, sit one, or do I bring that even longer out the front? And then I'm going to have one here. Or do I sit it up here? So then when you look at it from this angle, it looks like they're just all co-joined with each other. Let's do that. Let's sit that one there. And give these flowers here a bit of a backdrop as well. And that one is going to go there. I'm just going to slightly manipulate it over. Oh, here we go, because I do want some more bits in. I can't believe I didn't pick up on this. I want actually some peonies. See, I've got oddments together of these as well as bunches. So let's take this off and see what we've got loose instead of using a fresh bunch. Oh. Goodness me, the band's stuck around some stems. Let's have a look. I think they will. I don't want to use a fresh stem. I want to try and get my oddments out. In fact, I'm going to take this because this stem has been hacked up. I'm going to have that one. So 2 peonies. So 1, 2, 3. Or do I stick with the peonies? Because they've got a hint of red in. Or do I actually add one of those? Oh, I might add 1 chrysanthemum. And 2 sets of peonies. At the bottom, 1 at the bottom, maybe 1 here, or I think I'm going to do that. Or do I add that one's a chrysanthemum? That's a pretty one. Yeah, I'm going to use that one. And then I've got the hydrangea as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a bigger hydrangea. I'll take 5 out. Oh, peonies come off. Oh, this is a thing where you have to look for them. I don't know where that's come from. So I'll sit it in there. And I'll find it later. Put those together. So I might not use all those. It depends on what the spacing's like. But if not, I'll put them back. With the other bunch. Right. That one's really pretty. I do like that. It has got it. These I've got the greenery on. Let me just check. No. They're okay. They're okay. That's the same. That's the same leaf. So yeah, they're fine. So guys, now I've decided I'm going to put one there. I'm going to cut this really short because I want this as the depth. Just push that up as far as it'll go. Just manipulate the leaves and everything. You know, just space them around, give them their own space. And now I'm going to put this one here, sitting at the bottom, giving it that depth. It's not hiding anything else. So put that one there. And I'm going to put and sneak that one in the corner there in the bottom. So that one's going to go and sit at the bottom as well, just for a bit of depth. as you can see, look on the side. One slightly higher than that one, but it's below the anthurium leaf. It's not showing. That is lovely. That is really, really lovely with the baby chrysanthemums. Look at that. Aren't they just beautiful? Oh, flowers make me smile. I can't help myself. So, because there's a lot going off, I might put this one on this side. That's where it looks better. Underneath the brown gypsophilia. So we'll just lift that up. So it just slightly looks like it's hanging over from the side. I hope you can see that. I know when I've finished I will bring it up, the arrangement up closer for you to have a proper look. Because I like doing that, because I think, like I say, you can't always see what I'm doing. So I do like to, you know, bring things up closer. Right, let's have a look on this side. I need something here. What have I got left? Or do I put the big one in? Let me pull this off the stem if I can. Give it a short stem. And just sit that in down there deep. Now, does that look too bulky? Or I could put it actually here. Yes. Oh, guys, it is wonderful. My husband said you best be careful because they'll start calling you the singing florist. And I'm going to put, or do I put that one here? I need to see first, because I just don't want it to look too much, because it's got the chrysanthemums that side, that's at the back. So with these being slim, I do. Let's check that side. Something needs to go there, and something needs to go there. I don't want to get the same, use too many of the same thing. I want to differentiate between different things. Oh, I've just come up with an idea. Oh, just come up with an idea. So, let me just grab it. Now. Oh, here we go. Right, guys. I have this, masses of it, with the little pumpkins on. I can either put the odd pumpkin in, either the deep red, that might look nice, the deep red. Let's have a little nosy. Oh yes, that looks nice. Look, you see, I've already made my mind up. Do I put one in? Or do I stand it upright to show it off? No, that looks daft. Have it poking out at the side. This is how I go when I've not planned anything. I tend to chat to myself, even when I'm not on camera. I chat to myself. And I answer myself. I'm not crazy, guys. I'm really not crazy. It's just talking out loud. Just instead of thinking, I think out loud, should I say. Don't you think that looks better with the red pumpkin instead of the some more chrysanthemums? Or, well, I don't know. I may need one in there. Do I put an orange one in instead? See, here we go. I have an orange one. Yeah, hidden in there. As I say, it is an autumnal colour, so why not put a bit of pumpkin in? Now I can't do... Shall I put one of these cream ones in as well? Because I've got the berries. Is that too much there? Do I join that with that? maybe coming out here. I have to look, guys, because if I don't think it's, you know, balanced, I will remove it. I'm very particular concerning balance and movement and texture as well. I think that one looked nice there, but yeah, I'm going to put that there. Then I'm going to use some of these to fill in little areas because of the colour as well. See, I even forgot those until I just spotted. Think, oh, it's all right saying sort my stuff out. I've sorted them out. I may end up having to sort more out. So that's how that is. We've got 3 in. I'm going to put this back with this. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to pop pop these back. Oh, I can't remember where I got them from. Pop these back in as well in the bucket. Oh, and the pumpkins. So these are all on paperback, and I've got oddments as well as big stems. Again, like I said, I do put oddments with them when I don't always put all the oddments in a one bucket because I'll be overloaded. Oh, I can't get that off. I'm going to have to use a new band because I have really put that on tight. See, just little oddments like this that I place back in, and these are wired right up to the top. So I could fill in, oh, they look lovely. So I'm going to group those two together because the paperback as well. Do I add another one to it? Let's get one with pumpkins. I'm going to make these as one group. And I'm going to manoeuvre them in a position once I've placed them in. And I'm going to place them this side. Could I put them there? You may think that now the Murano sticks are hidden, but that's not bothering me because you can still see them from here, from where I'm stood. That's why I don't really want to place too much in the centre. So we still have a slight view of them. Right. I'm going to place that. And I'm going to manoeuvre these around, have them coming out. Just hanging over the side. As you can see, they're placed just there. So let me get some more oddments. It's a little group of them together. Oh, I love grouping things together to make my own little fancy pick. It's much cheaper than buying them. If you've got the, if you've got the flowers and the foliage in the colour that you like, instead of ordering a pick, already made for you in that colour, just snip a few branches off or twigs or bits off of flowers and things and just group them yourself. And they will save you a lot of money. I made the mistake when I was younger. I used to buy fresh stems even though, I never even thought about it at the time. So I used to buy fresh stems and I used to be spending a hell of a lot on picks. And I don't know what it was, but something just hit me and I thought, I'll make my own. I'll just make my own. So I just started snipping bits off. Like from here, there's a long stem here. I could have just snipped one piece off of there, got a flower, put it again with a little bit up from a flower, just one board or, a bit of grass, and then I'd tape them all together and then I'd have my own pick. It really does save a lot on money. Right. I'm going to have that one hanging over here on the opposite side. It's a very different arrangement, like I say. It's not all grouped to, you know, with lots of floral. It's a very twiggy arrangement and very, you know, things are very fine and that. Well, again, this is not planned. I thought, well, wow, let's go with it and make something that's not just like the all you know, what I tend to do more of. You know, like the flowers, and like to say things behind my back where I'm standing. I just like to do different things. Now that's a tall one, so I may, do I want one with a, now take that one off. I've got actually, but that's on a brand new stem. Here, this is one on its own, a little one. I'm going to use this because it's got a pumpkin on again. And even though these are, you know, nothing on them, I like that on, just on these at the moment. I mean, I may have some others that I like it like that because it's twigs. The twigs, and it's a, you know, that's what it is in autumn. You know, your leaves are falling off, leaving the branches, you know, plain, and that's the effect that I like. That's what I love about autumnal things. You haven't got to remove the spare little bits hanging up or off of it. So I'm going to just manoeuvre this around into a position. Just place that one up a bit more. And I'm going to sit it at the back. I'm not having the pumpkins facing this way. They're going to be facing at the back. So if I could show you, I'm going to elongate the stem and I'm going to be placing it to fill in the back and also have some twiggy bits sitting at the back. So as I want to slightly elongate it, it is on paperback, like I say. So let me get rid of some of the bits that are peeling off of the paper. I don't want those on. Makes it look messy and unprofessional. And I've always said to people who've asked for my advice concerning the paper ones, I've had many people ask me, it's really weird, shall I just keep it how it is once I've ripped it off of the stem? No. I've said it may, because I did get one gentleman when he asked me, he said, well, it does look like it's natural, like it's bark. I says, yes, that's fine. I says, but once it starts wear and tear, that paperback will start just unraveling by itself. And so, you know, I encouraged him to get some brown corsage tape and add it on to stop that. I says, because that brown will also act as part of the bark that you're saying you like. So he did do that. He took my advice. He says, well, I'll go and give it a go and I'll see what I think. I says, you know, and I did tell him, you know, that's entirely your decision, you know, so, you know, I'm just giving you a bit of professional advice and it's your decision whether you accept that or you know, you stay with your own decision or your own opinion. And he got back to me and he just said, thank you so much for your advice. I think this was actually last year. Or year before, could have been year before actually, and he said you was right, very much right. He said he said I did a little one where I kept the paper on, kept it in my workshop, and it started peeling off on its own. He says, thank you. I've got no problem helping people out, but I won't force them into doing it. It's everybody's decision on what they do. Right, so that's how we've got that at the back. And I still think I need something here. I don't want to put any more of these in because then I've put 3 in. I just want to get a new band, a rubber band. I've got some here that I brought out. Put that round. So right, while I'm talking, I'm looking this way. I'm looking to see what I could just use to fill that bottom piece in. Oops, I've not put one in. And then I think we will be finished. Oh, I've enjoyed doing this. Thanks, Sandra. You're wonderful. Giving me the inspiration to do autumn colours. Now, what did I say? Do I add that in? Or, because I've got a deep red. Yes, I'm going to do that instead. I keep putting oranges in. I'm going to use a deep red poppy. If I can get them out from all the other poppies. Oh my goodness. A deep red one. Just to contrast it. Oh yes. I was going to take 3 off. I'm going to put 3 in. Even though I could just put the 1, I'm not. I'm choosing to put 3 in. Let's get a smaller stem for the bottom. I could even group those together, in fact. Let's see what they like grouped. It may be too much. Yeah, it's too much. So we're going to just place one underneath there, just to fill and bounce off of our little white pumpkin. And place that there. So I've got, I want one under here actually. Definitely. So basically, yeah, this design is more of a twiggy design, autumnal twiggy design. That's the only thing I can think of what to call it. Place that one there. And in fact, do I put here? Here or here? Or there. In front of the big fern, an orange fern, I'm going to place this. I could make this really compact, but I don't want to. See, I could use 5 in fact. Yeah, I'm going to do 5. And then we are definitely finished. I'm not going to look at any of my flowers. I'm going to keep my eye this way, because then I'll look and I'll find something that, oh, we could add that. I'm naughty for that. So we've got one there, and there, one there. I'm going to join one down there. Have a bit of red on this side at the front. Just hanging there. So I've got those. And I'm going to place this one just here so you can see. I'm actually going to slightly bend it so it looks like it's popping through. Just make sure that's on, yeah. I'm going to just slightly move that. Just place that there. Have a bit of red slightly lower down. Right, let me just stand back everybody and have a look. There's something missing there. Oh goodness. Oh. Fair enough, then we'll have this colour pumpkin instead. And I'm going to place that there. I'm not going to sink it down to the bottom. I'm just going to have it stood upright. So then we've got 3 different coloured pumpkins in. I can see a few glue strings. I will go over these. I always go over my arrangements. I tend to sometimes leave it till the following day because you'll see the dried glue strings better. Let's just stand. No, it wants to be placed a bit further down, so I'm going to cut it because I've not got much depth. Yeah, so I do always go the foreign date over it with a fine bristled toothbrush. Ah, help me. Paintbrush. Oh goodness, you must think I'm all going crazy. Better. So that is it. That is definitely it. I'm not looking at none of my flowers. I'm keeping my head down. Just tidying my rubbish away. As you know, I don't like it. I don't like seeing messy worktop when I'm working. Doesn't matter if I'm not on a video, if I'm not doing a video, I'm still exactly the same. Constantly removing all the rubbish out of my way. Right, what have I just dropped? Let me just check, guys, if it's nothing off of there. Oh, it was a bit of wire. Right, so I'm going to show it you this way first. Sorry I haven't been showing it you. Silly me, I should have done, I usually do. But that is how it's looking. Very twiggy, very autumnal and very airy. From this side, from this angle, you've got that. You can also still see the Murano sticks in the centre. I was trying to avoid going, mixing anything in the centre of those because you wouldn't see them. And that's why I've placed it at the back, to give some at the back twigginess, so it just doesn't look like it's just flat and nothing there. I want movement at the back, and that's on this side as well. And again, you can see the Murano sticks here as well showing through. So that is our autumnal look. So if I bring it slightly closer, it may be quite a lot to look at, but as you can see, all the different textures, with the anthuriums, what set it off actually with them being really green and glossy, and then your buds, then all your little twiggy bits with the spirals on, then your wildflower, your poppy, your different coloured gypsophilia and your fern, and then also obviously your different coloured pumpkins, as well as your hydrangea, your mini hydrangea, using it, being acted as depth, and also your berries, and around the back with your bit of pumpkin as well, and your anthuriums, and then your brown leaves, of course, what look lovely, and then you've got your berries, also your little brown berries here, as well as these berries here. So I hope you enjoyed that. It does make a different design, not just being all floral, being twiggy, with all twigs and airiness and giving it that movement. I think the biggest thing we have on it is these anthurium leaves. The rest are tiny, like the tiny flowers, some little buds on there, tiny little buds here, your gypsophilia, which is small with small heads. So even the peonies, they aren't big. I haven't got no big peonies in. I've got them, but I haven't put them in this specifically because of the design we was doing. And so again, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't really know how to sit it to keep it for you, whether it looked better like that. We'll keep it like that. So I hope you enjoyed that, different again. And thank you again, Sandra, for the inspiration with you sending me your picture of yours. The inspiration of your colours has made me decide to do this. So thanks again. I really, really appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who's watching my videos. It's very, 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 honestly, guys, heartwarming. It really, really is. I've never had this before because, again, like I said, I've never done this before until 2 months ago. So it is really overwhelming, but at the same time, very exciting. You're now all, as far as I'm concerned, my friends and my family. Welcome to the flower patch once and for all again, and thank you so much. You're wonderful people with your lovely, kind, generous words. That is really touching. So thank you. So if you enjoyed that, please give us a thumbs up or give us a comment. Please subscribe and share to your friends and family as well. And I really appreciate everything for everybody watching. So enjoy your sunny day, especially in the UK, because we don't get it very often, not heat waves. Stay safe, Irma, you know, in your hot country in America, in Texas at 110. Really, darling, stay safe, because that worries me when it's that hot. I don't know how you put up with it. And enjoy the rest of your day and have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.